Okay guys, mobility exercise number 2 is the kettlebell arm bar, one of my absolute favorite movements. When thinking of overhead mobility, is the athlete able to go all the way overhead, or is it suffering right here and coming from the low back? We never want it in the low back. So extending our T-spine, having a really proud chest and a neutral spine is the way to go. In extension, we can get extension also through rotation, which is what we're working on in the kettlebell arm bar. So let's go over the progressions to the kettlebell arm bar and some peculiarities about this movement. If I am lying next to a kettlebell, I'm going to start in a fetal position. If you know the Turkish get-up, it's very similar to the start of the Turkish get-up. Okay, my hand grip is on the kettlebell toward the pinky side. I'm going to grab it with two hands. I'm going to roll to my back. Since it's in my right arm, my right knee is flexed. I'm going to use both hands to press up and overhead. Now, with my non-working hand, I'm going to go straight overhead. From this position, I feel my right shoulder completely packed. The bell is completely vertical. The forearm is completely vertical. I'm going to press into my right heel and start to roll my body over. Now, very, very safely, I'm just going to drag my foot until the foot is behind the crook of the knee. Now, from here, I've turned my left hand down and I'm lying my head on my left bicep. I'm going to bring my foot over the top. Now, in this position, I feel very stable. My arm is shaking just a bit as I try and remain in a vertical position. I'm packing my shoulder. From this position, I'm going to extend my right leg and rock onto my right hip, and I feel a big stretch in the rotational muscles of my upper back. So I feel this in the obliques, my whole shoulder girdle. Now you can't tell, but I'm keeping my peripheral vision on the kettlebell from here. This is not a pec stretch. I'm maintaining a tight pack in the shoulder. The bell is floating completely vertical. Coming out of this position, I'll just reverse the steps. And then I'm back to the starting position. Now, if I bring this kettlebell down, what I want to explain, as you are rotating your body, I am trying to do flossing movements of my hip to get a little bit more rotation. So without the kettlebell, let's pretend I'm back in this bottom position. I've extended my leg. What I would want to do is match my breathing to some big exhales. Rocking my hip and doing some repetitions here before finally coming back and racking that kettlebell. Now, I'm going to stand up, and ideally, what I would want from that kettlebell arm bar is a better overhead position. This is a good overhead position. This is not. You can see that my low back is in a dangerous position. Oftentimes you see tight people lock out in front of their body. Not good. Do the kettlebell arm bar and make sure that we're up. It's almost like the kettlebell's in the back of my head. I am completely vertical in this position. With the kettlebell arm bar, start as light as you possibly can because it can be a dangerous position if you lose that pack. You might start with a shoe right on top of your fist or a very, very light kettlebell. If you're experienced, you can go to a heavier kettlebell like a 24 kilo. For me, I generally find anywhere between a 16 and 24 kilo kettlebell is ideal for an arm bar. Okay, I want you to hold that position for about 5 breaths, 30 to 45 seconds, and then we'll move on.